This is GFLaserbolt from GamerFusion.com, and today I want to answer the question not everybody, but the majority of people have been debating. Which is the better rocket, the Gjallarhorn or the truth? So I'm going to give you guys the truth and the lowdown on which rocket is better and which one you guys should use depending on the type of game style you have. Now, to answer this question, it's all going to come down to a few things. It's going to come down to damage. It's going to come down to looks and the way that the rockets look, because in Destiny, having a cool weapon, the looks do matter. And it's also going to come down to performance based on a particular game style, playing style. So, first of all, let's start off with the looks. So the looks of the truth are primarily, you guys are going to see that it's a blue rocket, and it doesn't have too much, nice looking, sexy appeal to it. It just looks like your standard rocket, and it's not something that pops out, or you're going to be like, oh, this is a very cool looking rocket. Now, as far as looks when it comes to the Gjallarhorn, I would have to give the upper hand to the Gjallarhorn, as the Gjallarhorn looks very, very well customized. I think it's one of the best looking pieces of armor when it comes to Destiny, and we're going to have to give this first round to the Gjallarhorn. So the Gjallarhorn is going to take this round as far as in looks. Alright, so now that we've got the looks out of the way, which is, maybe not that important to you guys, but to me it is important. But if for you guys the looks are not important, let's get down to the nitty gritty, which are the damage. So, damage wise, we're going to notice that both rockets do have a total amount of damage of 2,402. Both rockets have the same amount of damage. Now, the only big difference between each rocket is that the Gjallarhorn has the thing called a wolf pack. So for those of you who don't know what a wolf pack is, it means rounds fired from this weapon split into tracking cluster missiles upon detonation. So not only are you going to get the impact of the rocket, but you also get different little, like I would say, baby rockets that that shoot out and also catch damage. So as you guys see, that's why the weapon has two slots right here, and it has two slots on the other side. So it shoots this one within the middle, and it shoots an additional 4 more from 2 on this side and 2 on the opposite side from each rocket. So that's the advantage that this rocket has. Now the advantage that the truth has the advantage of having the prototype True Seeker, which is kind of like a target missile. Anything you shoot will primarily be tracked down and be killed. So that's as far as that. So as far as damage, they're the same. The only big difference is the Wolfpack, and that's the big problem when it comes to the Wolfpack, because that would be your secondary rocket. So for example, let's say you have the initial damage of the Gjallarhorn is 2,402. The initial damage of the Truth is 2,402. So right there, they're pretty even. Now, when it comes to the secondary rocket, the Gjallarhorn has a damage of 756 as opposed to the Truth. The Truth has actually a higher rate of damage on the secondary rocket, which is 794. Now, the biggest difference between both of them is the following. The Wolfpack rounds. Yes, guys, the Wolfpack rounds is what makes each rocket a different machine to be reckoned with. So that's the biggest problem we have, because now when we go to the Wolfpack round, there's a number of 15 Wolfpack rounds. That's the total amount that it has. Now, the initial damage when this rocket hits, it's 223, and the initial, the secondary Wolfpack round is 112. So basically, the maximum amount of damage that the Gjallarhorn, produces is 8,183 maximum damage, as opposed to the Truth in its full capacity and full max level. Since it doesn't have no Wolfpack rounds, it only produces at 3,196. So as far as potential damage, the Gjallarhorn will take the upper hand on this one. Now, there is a few different discrepancies when it comes to this, because it does matter if you guys are playing a mission that has void damage, or if you guys are playing a mission that doesn't have void damage, or if there's void damage enabled. Now, if there's void damage enabled, the Truth will have more damage when void damage is enabled. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. This is just on a regular standard with no void damage included within this, but the Truth does produce more damage when void is enabled. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. Like I said, that right now we're seeing that the Gjallarhorn, kind of has the upper hand. It's kind of like, yeah, what's up now? I'm the wolf, And you know, the truth is not feeling the truth that much. So let's see what happens when it comes to different types of game types. So, but before we do that and move on, I'm gonna play you guys a clip so you guys can see both of them performing. And I did this in the Shrines of Oryx because I maxed that out to level 28. I wanted you guys to see the proficiency of each rocket based on killing the final boss. So please bear in mind and roll these videos out for you guys right there, and you guys can see the total amount of of rockets that were shot in order to kill the Shrine of Oryx. So first, let's start off with the truth. As you see, the truth took a total of 7 rockets to be launched in order to kill the final boss. Now let's go forward and try out the Gjallarhorn and see how well he performs when confronting the same boss. As you see right there, guys, it only took 3 rockets from the Gjallarhorn to kill the boss, and that was only, if you guys see the difference, the only difference was the wolf pack rounds, which cost more damage. So you guys can see right there the difference of the damage. Now let's move on further to this video, as I want to talk to you about game styles. Now, if you're playing a lot of player versus player, then the Gjallarhorn is not going to be your go-to weapon. The reason behind this is because it does not have the tracking device that the truth does. So, for example, if you shoot out the, if you shoot out a Gjallarhorn, you're more than likely to miss the enemy if they're moving faster, they're moving quickly, because it does not have a tracking device. So it doesn't fare very well when it comes to playing player versus player. The truth actually performs way better when it comes to player versus player, because of its tracking device, and it's also proximity grenade that it detonates before actually impacting the target. So the truth, when it comes to player versus player, is your go-to rocket. Now, if you're playing a lot of player versus engine, then that's when we have a little bit of a problem with truth. Not the problem that the truth doesn't work or it's not effective or it's not a well done weapon. Is that the only problem that we have with the truth is the fact that the truth it doesn't perform well when we have moving targets or when there's no void damage enabled, because it takes a lot longer for you to kill the unit than if you have any Gjallarhorns. So if you're doing this the raid and you're trying to kill Atheon, the Gjallarhorn, if all your team has a Gjallarhorn, you guys can pretty much kill Atheon in a very short amount of time, as opposed to killing them with the truth. You're going to take a little bit longer to kill your units. So overall, guys, this round of who is better and what rocket is better than the other one, we're going to have to give it to the Gjallarhorn, and that's the winner thus far. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? Which one is better? If you guys agree or disagree, make sure you guys keep it clean, and let me know in the comment section down below which rocket is your go-to rocket, or if you have both rockets. Now, make sure you guys know that these numbers were pulled out of all my rockets being already upgraded. So if your rockets are not upgraded and you're not seeing the same results, make sure you guys upgrade your rockets as soon as possible. If you would like to see more versus weapons, ammo, snipers videos, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to roll them out and get all these weapons leveled up to guys give you a sidetrack of which weapon is better or what's not. Please let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, head over to Gamer Fusion, where we empower your gaming.